Hey guys, so in this video we're going to have a look at how to calculate the area of a circle. So remember, with area we're interested in the amount of space that is covered by the shape. So it's the space covered, so we want to work out how much space this circle takes up. So there's been a lot of work done around this, and people have worked on the area of circles and circles in general for thousands and thousands of years. So we're going to just take their work and have a look at how to calculate the area of a circle. So some things I'll start with, I guess, are the radius of a circle, just a little bit of notation. So the radius is the distance from the center of the circle to the outside edge of the circle. And we call this the radius. So it's the radius. That's how we spell it, and I denote it as r. So it's this little r, and I call that the radius. Then we have the diameter of the circle. So the diameter is basically the entire distance across the center of the circle. So the diameter is going to be like that. So I've drawn that so you can still see the radius. And this is what we call the diameter. It's basically the entire width of the circle, and it's called the diameter. And I'll denote that as d. So interestingly, if you note that the radius is from the middle to the outside edge, then the diameter must be equal to times the radius, because if the radius is half, then the diameter must be twice. So that's the radius and the diameter. And the last thing we look at is the circumference. So the circumference is the outside distance of the circle. So if we were to start at one point and basically move all the way around like this, and we got back to where we started, this distance around the outside edge, so along that blue line, would be what we call our circumference. So I'll denote that as a little c. So they're just some properties of circles. And the last really important thing we need to note is this concept of pi. So pi is a ratio, and it's a ratio of the circumference divided by the diameter. So it's c divided by d. And we'll find that for any circle, pi is approximately equal to 3.14. So if you go on the internet, you can find pi to a million places. I'm just going to use it as 3.14 for this video because it's not really going to make that much of a difference. So if we look here, we want to find the area of a circle. And we have our radius, and for our instance it's going to be 2 meters. So for circles, the area of a circle, so the area of a circle, the area, this capital A, is equal to pi, which we said was 3.14, and I denote pi using this Greek letter. So it's pi times by the radius, so times by the radius squared. So the area is pi times the radius squared. So pi is always constant, so pi is c divided by d, and it's 3.14 for every circle. So to work out the area of this circle, it's going to be 3.14, and because it's a ratio, it has no units. And then we're going to multiply that by the radius of the circle. So the radius of this circle is 2 meters. So the radius is 2 meters. Put a 2 in there, and it's to the power of 2. So the area of our circle is going to be 3.14 times 2 to the power of 2, which we can write as 2 times 2. And if we solve that out, that's going to give us an area of 12.56. And remember, because our units are in meters and we're talking about area, this has to be meters squared. So our units are meters squared. That's really important. So we would find that if we measured the total area covered by this circle, so if we just kind of shaded in this bit here and measured all of that, we would find that that red bit came out to cover 12.56 meters squared. So that's how we work out the area of a circle. You just need to remember that the area is pi r squared and pi is equal to 3.14. So that's area of a circle in a nutshell. Thanks guys.